I'm Alejandra.
And I'm Caroline.
And today we're making peanut butter Texas sheet cake. Well, everything's bigger in Texas, right?
That's what they say.
And this is a big cake. It's perfect for parties or whenever you're feeding a crowd. Always a crowd pleaser. So let's get started with this. For our ingredients, it's a little bit, we've got a fun couple steps here. We've got some flour, some packed brown sugar, a little bit of salt and baking soda, some white sugar, and then we've got some butter, a little bit of water for our smooth operator peanut butter, and then we've got some buttermilk, a couple eggs, a little bit of vanilla, and just a touch of orange extract. If you can just mix up all these dry ingredients, the flour, the 2 sugars, salt, and baking soda.
Happy to.
Whisk them up nicely, and meanwhile, I'm gonna be melting some of our goodies here. We've got the butter, the water, and our smooth operator peanut butter. I'm using half a cup of this. So we're just gonna melt this in a medium saucepan just because it's gonna help us mix it in really nice and smooth. Just gonna let the heat bring that down a little bit, melt that, make it smooth.
And I'm adding some brown sugar.
This is a little bit unusual for a cake. You usually don't heat up some of the ingredients that you add,
But it makes sense. It would make it so much easier to add the peanut butter. It heats it up a little bit.
Okay. So that is nice and smooth. And so now this is gonna go in with the flour and all the other dry ingredients. There we go.
Ooh.
All in there. And now you can whisk that in, or I'll whisk it, and if you wanna just add the rest of our wet ingredients.
Awesome.
Got the buttermilk.
Buttermilk. 2 eggs here.
2 eggs.
And our extracts. This is orange, right?
Yep, it's a
Ooh.
little bit of orange.
Nice.
It's so nice with the peanut butter. But you could also play around with that extract and do whatever your flavor is, or just stick with the vanilla.
It's a nice little twist on a Texas sheet
It
cake.
really is. People like it, and it's almost like they're like, huh, what's that little something special? So you just want to whisk this until everything's combined and smooth. It's okay if there are a couple tiny lumps, but not too many. You want it to look almost like a pancake batter.
And I noticed here we don't have like a 9x13 sheet cake pan. We have like a rimmed baking sheet. That's awesome.
Oh,
It's
totally.
nice and thin.
So if you can bring that over,
There we go.
I'll pour, and if you want to scrape
Sure.
off any extra bits, make sure we don't miss a single slice of cake. This is too good to waste. And then once you have it in the pan, and it's gonna be a thin layer, it'll rise a little bit, but it's gonna be a pretty flat cake. All right, so then once you get all the batter in here, you can use a spatula, or I actually really just like to tilt it a little bit. Make sure you get all that batter to reach the corners so it spreads out nice and evenly. All right, so this is gonna bake at 375 degrees for about 18 to 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. If it's already pulling away, that's too much, so you wanna just kind of get it out of the oven quick. The cake is baked and cooled a bit, and now we're working on our icing. This is so fun. We're actually gonna start it in a pot again.
That's cool.
This is my move now. I just like to let the pot do the work. If you can add that milk
Yeah.
and the salt.
Sure.
Now also take half a cup of our smooth operator.
No problem.
So we're just gonna whisk that up just until the peanut butter and the butter all melt. It's nice and smooth.
But that's easy. It's kind of cool that this frosting starts this way.
Oh, totally. And because it's gonna be nice and warm, it's gonna pour out so nice and smooth. It's basically the easiest ever cake frosting. All right, see how that's getting really nice and smooth and evenly combined?
Silky.
Super silky. So I think we're good. So now I'm gonna transfer this warm mixture into our electric mixer. Should pour right in.
Ooh.
Yeah. And now we're gonna add our powdered sugar and our vanilla. And then add a little bit of vanilla extract. Then we're just gonna start very slow. You just want it to stir it. There we go. All right, I think we're good. Sometimes you might get a tiny little lump or two, but that's part of the charm. Let's give it one final whisk. Make sure we get every little last bit in there. And now we can actually pour it right onto the cake. So I like to usually do just right in the middle, and then you can spread it out a little bit. Just help it reach the edge.
It's almost like a glaze, but it seems like it's going to be thicker and tastier.
Yeah, when it cools, it's going to be almost fudgy. You just kind of want to help that glaze reach the ends. And it's a nice rich icing, so you don't need too much of it. A thin coating is absolutely perfect. And this is cool because as it cools, it soaks in, so it's all super moist.
Can I scatter these with these peanuts?
Absolutely, that's our finishing touch.
All right.
Just add a little sprinkle of those salty peanuts. So good. So now we've got it frosted and garnished. We're just gonna let it sit at room temperature for a bit just to let that frosting set, and then it'll be ready to serve. So we let the cake set. The frosting is perfect. The cake is perfect. If I do say so myself.
Yes.
And now I'm ready to plate this up. Are you ready?
I can't wait to eat this.
Sweet. Just use a little knife.
It's kind of cool. It's almost a little bit crackly, the frosting. It's perfect.
So nice.
It's like a triple peanut butter cake.
And there you have it, peanut butter Texas sheet cake. All right, lady, I'm so ready to dive into this.
Me too. We've waited long enough.
Seriously.
So excited.
Oh my gosh, so much goodness here. Oh. I think this is like my new favorite thing ever.
So good. It's like a really moist, cakey, kind of brownie-ish thing. It's really good.
Oh yeah, the icing is fun, and you get that little bit of orange, right?
Perfect.
It's fun. It's
Well
really
done.
nice. Thank you. Texas sheet cakes can feed a huge crowd of people. What's your favorite thing to serve when you've got a lot of folks coming over?
Tell us in the comment section.
Thanks for watching. We hope you liked this recipe, and if you did, give us a thumbs up.
Every week, we cook up a new peanut buttery dish, so make sure you follow the Peanut Butter and Company channel to catch them all.
We'll see you next time. There you have it, peanut butter Texas sheet cake. Is it perfectly?
Peter,